Alright, original sin. Let's have a look at that, shall we? As we know, what we're given to by the church, and generally most Christians are always looking at everything from doom and gloom and Armageddon point of view, because they have a lot of density and they're very insecure and they're coming from the low part of the body. So, original sin, it's not that the devil comes in and whacks us and we all got to repent. Well, in a way. But let's look at it biologically and biochemically, because that's Mother Nature aligned and we can understand it better, because very few people have a conceptual awareness of consciousness. So, obviously, what is passed on from our parents and our ancestors, that some people call the lineage, and our family is going to play the biggest part. So, in my case, my mother was incredibly toxic, and she was a hairdresser, so we breathed in all sorts of fumes and all that sort of stuff. So, I took that on. That was my so-called burden or my cross to bear. And once I'd removed all those toxins and that sort of stuff that were passed on from my parents, then I had a lot more sense of freedom about myself and my soul and my path and my journey and what I wanted to do, rather than being a prisoner from all that stuff in the critters and stuff in the gunk, in the gut. Of course, the environment that our parents and wherever we grew up and everyone that we interact with certainly affect us as well, because we are still biological beings and we're vibrationally passing on whatever our gunk is generally from our gut. You'll notice that a lot of, different esoteric societies and secret societies, which they're just helping, stop putting them on a pedestal and making them sound ugly and horrible, because they're coming from your own place. So quite often they'll cover their solar plexus and they shake hands, so they don't transfer as much. But they still do anyway from their touching, but it's a nice gesture. So, if we're coming from the doom and gloom, everything's going to kill us, devil type of place, well then that's the parasites and the gunk and hemorrhoids and stuff that is in the nervous system and the bottom half of the body, and a lot of evil, dark density about ourselves. So we've got to take responsibility and own that, and it's our stuff that we've got in our body and our environment and our past history and our own imbalances. Well, guess what? No one's going to fix it for us. Sitting there pleading to God, well, first of all, if you're pleading to God, it's a mythical figure just representing your nervous system and the ether element anyway, and you're just talking to yourself. So if we're trying to motivate ourselves, great, but guess what? There needs to be action to deal with the reactions from all the original sin and all the critters in the body. Otherwise, we're just going to sit on our butt and be pleading and getting worse every single day. So, and by getting rid of these things, you'll feel fantastic, you'll feel totally aligned, absolutely super connected, and feel like you can take more action and make more happen and find your purpose, find the soul, and actually take the steps necessary to get there. So, original sin. Sure, we've all got it. Guess what? How about we practice some self-forgiveness and some from our parents and our environment, and create our own environment? Because the word lifestyle, choose to style your life any way you choose it. My suggestion would be, get rid of the low vibrational stuff, and then you can style your life from as high vibrational as you can possibly achieve. Giddy up.